Okay, guys, you're rolling.
Okay. Call the meeting to order at 8:05. And do I have I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
I sent out a revised last night. Seconded by Kathy. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye. Yes.
Okay.
0. Okay.
We're going to go right to...
I got a question here.
Yeah.
You got the EPOA report up on administration. That should be on the other business. Should be on the other business.
That's fine.
No, after you left, we were talking
I saw where you voted to have that.
to add it kind of under the DPW report because it kind of anything
Have them
that
come in and come out.
Yeah.
Basically, as opposed to sitting around.
yeah, and it should have been under DPW, not administration.
Right.
Or after
After
DPW
DPW.
is administration, so
Right.
that'd be a good place to put it.
Right.
That's where I put it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Never mind.
No, I'm saying that it's actually other business is what it is. It's not anything, business of the VDOE. It's, you know,
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
it's either public appearances or other business is what it should be under.
But he asked us if we could do it at the same spot on the agenda, so they're not sitting through the whole meeting.
Right.
99%
So you
of the
could come in
time.
later then.
90% of the time, they're not going to have anything. It's just that while Kelly's here, because some of the things
Well,
that
that
they...
was the thing. He wanted Kelly here when they made their presentation because it might include him.
Yeah, that's all. So they were asking about the parking lot for the yard sale and things. So we voted to put them on there at that spot.
Okay. All right. So, Mike, you had requested a non-public.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Under 91A:3, what's it about?
It's legal.
Legal.
So I asked last week.
Yeah.
All right, so you're making a motion to go into non-public?
I thought we had a non-public schedule at 7:45 is what we said last week. It was going to be 15 minutes.
No.
Maybe I missed something.
Yeah, it was 8 o'clock, and then we were gonna
Well,
go
Bill-
to 8:15.
I'm good at 8 o'clock. I'm ready to go now.
Okay.
Okay.
Should I-
So you're making the motion.
Go into legal concerning lawsuits is what it is.
Is it an existing lawsuit or a new one?
Existing.
Okay. Non-public
Just.
at 8:06. Okay.
All right. If I recall, and I think it was in public session when we asked for this non-public, is this to discuss the Adam Liza reimbursement?
No.
This is non-public. I'm not.
Yeah, he was asking for the values of the cases.
Yes.
Okay, so that is that what it is?
The two cases that had been in non-public about previously. He was asking about what those two numbers were. That's what you asked about. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So it's about current.
All right.
Okay. So
Thank you.
I'll second. All in favor of going?
Can you give me that?
All right.
Take it.
Come
I
on.
don't
Is
see
that
all-
different than this one?
Yeah, you just added a couple things.
This is the latest and the greatest?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to turn to our TV camera.
Is that the new one right there?
Yeah.
All right.
Tim, we're going in non-public.
Okay. All in favor? First, all in favor?
All in favor, say aye.
Okay. 3-0. Okay.
All
All
right.
right. So we're going into non-public.
So you are, okay, you're on.
Okay, we just came out of non-public session and decided the minutes will be unsealed. Okay?
Okay.
Moving on to Kelly.
Kelly.
We have a driveway permit for paving for Presidential, which is fine. It's a level driveway, good to go. And we have another driveway permit for paving for 64 Oak Ridge Road, and it's being paid to match up with our pavement, which makes it good.
Is there a grade required?
No, because it's going onto pavement, so we're gonna have a natural.
See if it's
He's going to put a, okay. He's got a small corrugated pipe underneath his drive.
64. Did you vote on it?
I'll make a motion. Let's see this, on
Okay,
this
so-
one first. 64 Oak Ridge Road. Joseph and Mary O'Neill. They want to repave their existing driveway. No changes,
No change.
no requirements.
No.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Kathy. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Yes.
Okay. Today's the 15th. The second one for driveway applications is for number 13 Presidential View Drive. Claudia and Malo Keller.
Yeah.
And I see this is a level driveway.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Which house is this, Kelly?
that's the one that's primarily rented out, not the big brown one with the hockey ring, but the next one.
Down? Yeah, okay. All right. I'll make a motion to approve this. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Kathy. Any discussion on 13th Presidential View? All in favor, say aye.
Yes.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah.
You fill in the rest. I came prepared somewhat, Donna. Thank you. What else you got, Kelly?
Okay, there's a driveway permit for
21 little.
21 Little Loop. This is a lot that was purchased from the homeowner at 3 Little Loop. It's basically behind him.
Or by the homeowner at 3?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He's not merging it, it's a separate lot. He's looking for a driveway permit, so being a separate lot, he will require a separate driveway permit. He's trying to say he already has a driveway, he's just putting a second driveway, which isn't the case, it's a separate lot. What discussion I've had with Donna, and what's confusing is that a driveway permit application requires a septic design, which isn't necessary just for accessing your lot. So he's questioning why he needs a septic design to do a driveway permit, which I agree, it shouldn't be part of the permit.
Well, what did Nick Borelli do?
You guys waived the.
You
Yeah.
waived.
Yeah. I mean, there's no point, because it was a separate lot with no septic.
So in the driveway application process, there's a contingency at the bottom for waiving specific requirements of the application or the process.
Okay, so that's what he's asking.
Okay.
Okay, so for clarification for myself, because it's come up a couple of times, they want a driveway permit, but they're not building right away.
They're saying not even, they just want access to the
They
property.
just want access.
So to gain access to the property anytime, they need a driveway permit for construction, whether they're constructing or not.
Okay, so now in this case, for the performance bond, do we waive that or not, or how does that work? I just want,
Yeah, I think the bond.
because I know it's been done in the
Yeah,
past.
let me start let me first make a motion to
Okay.
approve the driveway application for 21 Little Loop.
Okay, and then we'll have a discussion, okay.
So now we
You
can.
have to
Do I
approve
have a
it
second?
for discussion
Yeah.
because
It's not,
it's also not filled out.
it's
properly.
not filled out, because I didn't know what to do with it.
Oh, all right.
So I just wanted clarification so I could get back to the homeowner.
Okay.
Okay, seconds, okay, and then for discussion,
Okay, so you're looking for clarification on the application process.
Yes, to tell a homeowner when they're not, that when they want the septic waived or the bond waived.
Right.
hey, good morning.
Hi, Paula. So I'll let Mike and Kathy go. Do you have you seen this lot, by the way? Do you know where it is?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I saw the pictures too, it looks like,
Do you want to see the application, Mike?
Did somebody
If you
kind
wanna see it.
of ditch down there trying to get the water off his lot? Yeah, I saw that.
Mike?
Yeah,
Can I have it so he can
Do you want to see
it?
the application?
yeah, I want to,
So I have a couple of concerns. The lot's wet. If you look at the tax card, the value of this lot went from $18,000 to $1,200. That's what it is today. So it says right on it, unbuildable. It's wetlands.
Is it classified by the state as wetlands, or do we just say it's wet?
It's wet and has been classified in the tax card of Madison by Ron Briggs and some other firm, Hastings, I believe is the firm,
Okay.
that is unbuildable. So what do people know about buffers to wetlands? Or building in wetlands, even a driveway? Can't.
You can't gain access?
You have to have there's a buffer, so let's delineate the wetlands, and it's about 2/3 of the lot, according to the tax card, is all wetlands. And then there's buffers to wetlands. And in this case, the buffers, and it depends on the type of wetland, whether it's a stream or a pond or vernal pool, all these different classifications, there's different distances that you have to be for any type of disturbance of ground to the wetland. And I would ask him to first get a soil scientist to delineate that property and identify, or a surveyor, they usually go hand in hand, the wetlands on that property. But I do not believe he has the space in order to put in what won't really be a driveway. It'll be an access to his property to park a vehicle, which becomes a parking lot. And specifically in zoning, Madison zoning, in our district, or in wetlands, I should say, I'm sorry, wetlands, it says you cannot have a parking lot anywhere near wetlands.
They're asking for a gravel driveway, and he wanted for extra cars in an RV.
Yep, that's parking.
So
Parking lot, yep.
But isn't that Madison zoning though?
Yeah, I mean-
All we're concerned with is a driveway.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, you're absolutely right. This is a driveway permit, and that's all we should be pertaining to, not to all the others.
Sometimes people want to gain access to cut a tree or do, gain access to their property. Because it's not, if it was merged with his other property, I'd say there's no need for it. But if this is a new lot that he wants to, I'm just trying to go by the book. As far as I'm concerned, I'm only concerned with where his lot meets the road. So as far as a driveway permit or access to his property, I don't know that what hoops he has to jump through to do that. I can see planning board and town of Madison and code enforcement being concerned with it, but if this was anywhere else in the district, I wouldn't be concerned with what was on his property. I'd be concerned with where it meets our road. So I guess just because you have knowledge of this lot, it's kind of, this could have happened to anybody else where we gave the permit not knowing anything about the ground soil. So how we catch this in the future, if this is something we're supposed to be concerned with, I'd be
That's true, 'cause we don't approve the length of the driveway or.
just the opening.
Well, that actually goes back to the request for the septic design. If a house was to be built there, a drawing would have been established which would show where the house is, the septic, and the wetlands. That all comes as one.
I think this shows it,
Oh,
Kathy,
Yeah.
as 80 feet. If I'm reading this right,
That's length, right. But I mean, we don't.
it's 30 feet across.
I don't know why he's got why he's got a line there.
That's
12
his,
feet.
So this
That's his
is, must be the
property
property line. This
Yeah.
is the property line,
Oh, he's 12 feet from the property line on that side, 96 on the other side.
right, and this is 30 feet
What
across.
wide?
Can I see that?
The 30 feet is what I couldn't give him permission because it's a 20-foot
Max.
without a variance from the commissioners. You can allow a 30, but that'd be a whole different conversation.
I would send it back to him, I'm gonna make a motion, send it back to him and to revise it, to make it meet the existing conditions, and then resubmit it.
To meet the existing conditions,
I mean,
meaning.
to meet the driveway ordinance conditions, I'm
Which is
sorry.
20 feet.
Okay, all right.
I'm making that as a motion.
Okay. To. Submit.
Because he is
With
gonna,
20
he's
foot.
gonna be required to have a driveway culvert too, but on that new application, that's where I would say that. But again, I don't get involved with wetlands and things like that, I just get involved with the entrance, so. However you guys want to proceed.
So he's looking for 12 feet from his boundary line.
Yeah,
For
what's this, is that too close?
It is too close. Everybody know what the driveway ordinance is?
Is it
Setbacks?
25 feet
15.
or 15?
So, I mean, you send it back to get it, let them get it right.
20
I
feet
mean, it's not our
wide
job to do this.
and 15
Okay.
feet.
Now, just for,
It has to be seconded, I mean, I haven't heard a second
Okay,
yet.
I'll second that for Yep, okay, I'll second it. Okay. So 20 feet wide and 15 from side
Yeah.
property line.
According to what I see here, and again, I saw some ribbons that were there at the lot yesterday. Apparently where this driveway would be placed is, that picture I sent, is right where that water flows. He's putting it right on top. I guess my question is, are we going to allow that?
Well, what'll happen is if what he's doing starts damaging the road, we can rescind the driveway permit and make him fix it.
No.
Where do we separate from Madison on what their code enforcement does and what the decision should be?
So I think it'd be honorable of us having some inclination into wetlands to at least have him look at Madison zonings in regards to wetlands. Because I do not want him, you know the trouble, if you disturb wetlands, how costly that can be.
But that-
I just want to warn him.
That's not our job, Jay. Yeah,
I
that's not our job.
understand, our job is to approve it,
Yeah.
and when it's right.
And I mean, if you want to call and tell him that, I think that, that would be a neighborly thing to do, but I don't think, on this, I think Mike is right, that really and Kelly, that it's, all we're concerned about is what's going to happen to our road based on that curb cut.
The rest is up to code enforcement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
he
there is-
definitely needs a bond
Yes, because he's going
because
to be,
because of our roads.
yes.
And
Yep.
so technically, in the driveway
Or,
permit application, you know how I have to get the letter from DES and a signed plot plan from an engineer? Is,
well, those would be waived if there is no building.
okay, so that's my question for me to tell the property owners if they're calling. I just need, so I know what I'm talking about. That's,
Yeah.
I
So,
would
yeah.
also refer him to the town of Madison in the code enforcement
okay,
officer
okay,
for any further information that they may need.
okay.
That's all.
All
I
right.
mean, this is simple. I mean, why are we making this hard?
Well, I know the
Well,
gentleman's
I
gonna come
drag it.
back, because he said that if he has to merge the lots, he'll merge the lots.
But even if you merge
But
the-
that's not my,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's what he wants to do.
Even if he merges a lot and he's adding another driveway, he still has to get a driveway permit.
He's allowed two
Absolutely.
driveways.
Right, but he
Okay.
still has to get a driveway permit even if he merges them.
okay.
If he merges, I don't think he's allowed two driveways.
Yeah.
I think he's only allowed one.
Oh, you can-
Unless
you
No,
know,
that was
it's
changed a long time ago.
That- yeah.
When you were
If it's
commissioner.
one lot, you can have two driveways.
Yes.
It's
You
changed.
can.
Yeah.
It used to be one out
Yeah.
there, so I'm wrong about that, okay.
Okay, now for my clarification in regards to this information, I would just want to clear it up is, can an RV be parked on a vacant lot, registered or unregistered?
They're not supposed to be.
Okay,
That was an ordinance a long time ago, I do know that.
No,
I don't know
no.
if they changed it.
No,
Meaning
never
Idlewice or Madison?
I know I was told when my sister was told, actually, when she bought 11 years ago, she was told she could not park her pop-up camper in her driveway, even though she had an existing house. So I just want clarification
You know what happened
because
is, now, if it's changed, I'm wrong, and I am a
Okay.
parks committee. What happened is, people started living out of the campus. And they park in the driveway and they're living out of there. And that's where the problems arise, and I think that's why there was an ordinance passed back when. Now, if that ordinance has changed, I'm unaware of it.
I don't recall anything in the Idlewice ordinances prohibiting campers in a driveway.
okay, well that
And that's
we
a
were told
Madison
that.
zoning
I'm
where
gonna-
you cannot live if you don't have, you can't live in a camper or a trailer. There's no
Right.
campers or trailers
Okay, so a
allowed
vacant lot.
for living.
Okay,
Living. But
For
you can
living in.
park it. It's a registered vehicle. You've already paid the
as
town
long
back.
as it's registered,
Yeah.
so you can't park an unregistered vehicle on a vacant lot.
No, you can, up to one.
One and one, you can have one.
Okay, one and one, and, okay.
That's the way I understand it too.
Okay.
All
But
right.
I think whoever
And
told Terry that
that was Nancy.
was probably incorrect.
No, I don't think so, Beck.
Because people have boat, you can park a boat with a trailer on it. A boat on a trailer, you can
Yeah.
park a
This
boat
has
with a
something to do
trailer.
with living in it. And-
But she wasn't living in a
No,
camper.
we were just.
No, I understand
Yeah,
that, but that
yeah.
was the reason behind not parking campers on it at one time.
Okay,
Because, I mean, who's to say who's living in it and who isn't? If they go to check where they're living in and they're uptown shopping, they don't know that, or whatever. So, I mean, I think,
I done it.
let's vote on this, and I'm gonna make
Okay.
another motion afterwards.
Okay.
Okay.
So, just so that, for full transparency, I was appointed to the planning board yesterday.
Oh, you were?
Madison.
Oh, cool. Congratulations.
Vote on-
Well, condolences.
Okay, but anyway, so,
So,
This is, the motion was to
Send a letter
Ask
to
him
the,
send a letter
to comply
asking, yeah,
to the driveway ordinance.
which is the 20-foot wide maximum and 15 from the side property line.
I think that's an outdated. I don't
Yeah.
know.
We have a copy of the, here, you can use this one, Dinah. There's a lot of other stuff on that one.
Motion's been seconded.
Okay, so, yes, I seconded it. I seconded the motion, and we've had this discussion.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Yes.
so I can
Yes.
email him because that's how he,
Yeah,
Yes,
I
yeah.
vote no.
You vote no?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2-1, okay. Okay. And then if you want to call him or talk to him and say,
Yeah.
you know, just so you're aware, the town,
I don't want him to get in trouble. That's
okay, so say the town has this property as designated as wetlands.
Yeah.
So make sure you get approval to put anything, including a driveway, in a designated wetlands
Yep.
area.
Yep.
Without the proper buffers.
That has to go to the state, and then it comes down to the town.
Right, so-
How that goes.
Right. So
It doesn't
he,
start at the town.
Yeah. Kelly, what else you got?
I'm gonna make a motion
No.
that have Donna, no, I'm gonna withdraw my motion.
okay,
So,
okay.
Okay. Kelly?
Okay, I don't know what I'm going by your agenda, but there's that's under administration, we can wait till that comes up, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm all set, but I know some other things coming up I'm gonna be part of, so.
Yeah, so can you just comment on 47 Idlewise Drive?
Oh, yeah, I met with the homeowner and the paving contractor yesterday. We looked at the driveway while it was raining and wet, and I decided to have them put a driveway grate in. They're both aware, the contractor's aware, and they're gonna move forward with doing that.
That's
Okay.
great. Okay.
Hopefully that, it's not gonna completely resolve the problem, but it will take our liability out of the problem, and that's what we're looking to do.
Yep.
Okay, and they agreed that this made sense and they're gonna do it,
Yes.
okay. So no letters necessary or
Don't
anything,
they
okay,
are
all right,
well aware.
okay.
All right. While you're still here, Kelly, I wanted to talk about site visit that we should schedule to Gretchen Extension to have Ron Briggs describe to us did we get that map, by the way, the drawing?
Yes, but it was very odd. It was just it didn't have any numbers, it was just kind of
it's
a.
right in
yeah.
the, whatever I
Oh,
had.
So is this something that Kelly needs to get involved with to put him in that position?
No, I think I think Kelly should be there when we are shown the road.
For backup?
Well, no.
Definitely have that.
We will have
All right.
protection. Is this it?
The map, it was a very,
Oh, wait a minute, that's the wrong.
This is
That's
49.
49,
Yeah.
let's see. Sorry. So let's see.
So I had gone up to the site after last Thursday's meeting because we received an email while we were at
What's his property address?
29 Grace.
29, okay.
we got an email from the property owner at 29
Okay.
Gretchen saying that the pins have just been placed or inviting us to meet with Ron Briggs there. Okay, this is what you're talking
Yeah,
about? Yeah, okay.
So this is their driveway coming down.
Correct.
Davit's.
Yeah,
And then, I don't know I'm not sure what this line is
that's a
here.
driveway, paved driveway.
Okay, but there's no width to it or anything.
Correct.
This is their driveway.
Yep. So this line here is paved driveway. As you can see, the corner of the, I'll call it the turnaround, is actually in the pavement. And the garage is, I'll just draw on this, garage is right about here,
Okay.
and the house,
And you think that distance is,
about 3 feet.
okay, that's what Mike said.
So there's other things. There's
So,
vehicles
So this is Gratchen Drive, and this is Ted Foley's property, and this is Eric Davitt's property.
Across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is steep driveway. And the concern was that there was vehicles parked.
There's a vegetable garden.
This ends right here. I mean,
Right.
you can't go up there.
Right, but there's vehicles parked all in here.
Whose vehicles?
They're butter.
Okay.
And then it looks like their driveway actually cuts right through a corner of the Idlewild property. And his garage is about 3 feet from the property line.
So there's other,
So I thought access to his property was up and around there, wasn't it, at one time?
well, that's what he's doing.
There's stuff all
But
up
that's
in the woods here.
that's the bridle path, Mike.
Yeah, I know it is.
And you know the trail that went alongside the brook there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got vehicles and some other of his property stored there as well. But keep in mind too that we also have the forced water main that goes up that cross-country path. Yep.
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay.
And he took some trees down in that area as well. So anyhow, Ron Briggs did go out and stake the property, put some ribbons up.
whose property did he stake?
Ron Briggs staked our road as well as the Davitt property at 29.
At the request of the property owner
Right.
on 29, they came to us for permission to include some of the Idlewild property that he was abutting, which is the road and that bridle
Okay.
path area.
So I think it's worthwhile while to take a site visit with Mr. Briggs and have him show us the delineation of the district's property versus private property.
I mean, is it going to be obvious with the property already staked out? Is it obvious?
Well, the stakes have now been pulled up. From what I understand, some of them have been pulled up by the abutter. So, but that doesn't matter. Mr. Briggs can clearly show us where the stake was using GPS. I think it's worth our while because there's vehicles parked in our road, which unfortunately the homeowners at 29, I believe, this winter slid into coming down the driveway.
They can't turn around. She likes to back down and
Yes.
turn around, and she can't do that.
Right. There's a little turnaround area there for them. The vehicles are parked there.
So this is going to be a hard argument, and I'm going to tell you why. It's pretty simple. You got guys parking rocks or dropping rocks on
Yeah.
Class 6 road, not doing anything about it. So now you want to go and do something here?
No.
I don't even know how you can argue this.
We're not allowing the individual to leave those rocks there. He's got till the end of the
Already
month
sent
to
them a
remove
letter,
them.
haven't we?
Mike, it's not. We're not waiving that requirement.
Yeah, but we
We gave him 30
can't
days.
say I'll ask for 6 months before I move my cars.
Huh?
Or whatever
We don't have to.
We set the time.
Yeah.
You set the time, but he can ask for it,
Oh, certainly.
all right?
Yeah.
And if you don't, see, I think you're going to get yourself in a situation where you're not being fair to both of them.
Well,
You're fair to one and not fair to him.
Fair to the guy
If you out
with the rocks?
with the rocks.
Yeah, we gave him 30 days.
No, you haven't even written a letter.
It's out, yeah,
He said
it's
it's already
When did the
on
letter go out? Last week.
Friday.
So last week it was 30 days from when the letter was
No.
going
So the
out.
end of you said July 31st.
When was the date? I said July 1st originally.
July
And then it was, when it was pushed out.
Yeah, we had to
Anyway,
push it
there's
out because
a
we had
time
something
certain within the next 3 weeks when he's got to have those rocks removed. Otherwise, we said in the letter that the district would have them removed at his
At your
expense. And if he didn't get a driveway permit application in and approved, along with the Class 6 road waiver, the ordinance says we can fine him up to $250 a day.
Are you
So
getting your emails on Outlook yet? At your home?
Am I what?
Getting your emails on Outlook at your home yet? On your computer?
I have to go on the website to get it because it isn't compatible yet. Warren hasn't got back, John Dane hasn't gotten back to me.
Okay.
So just because, and Mike, what we're doing with one situation, this is a completely different situation.
When you set the table with one, it can affect other ones. That is very similar.
Yeah.
So we tell them, look, you have 30 days to remove your personal property from Idlewild property. I mean, that's what we told that guy, we're doing the exact same
So
thing.
you're gonna go look at the stakes and go say, hey, move this stuff. But yet the other guy can leave the stuff there.
No,
I
we
don't wanna
didn't
be
say
part of that. You're wrong on this.
We're wrong how?
You're wrong because the rock should have been removed right away. I don't care how, whether we paid for it to move them and had to take the guy to court to get it, that should have been done. You're not following the RSA's. I'd like to know if does Primex know that the rocks are sitting there?
I don't know, did you call?
Why would they
Why would
de-notify?
And the comment I said about liability insurance, and Jay made he thought it was a joke. You still think could be getting hurt now. And yet, we did nothing about that, but we're gonna do something here. This
So you're saying that we should allow? that-
I'm saying we shouldn't allow any of it.
Okay.
I said that with the rocks.
So what do we do, what do we do about this situation?
Okay? We should address the situation.
Okay,
You should have gone back and addressed the situation. We should have.
we should have addressed it 10 years ago, but I mean, you didn't.
But we didn't have a survey, and
Yeah.
that's why.
But everybody knew.
Yeah. Now we have the survey. We have a legal document by a licensed surveyor, and we can say, yeah, you're over the line. We didn't want to pay for that back then. This abutter, this homeowner, did it for us.
I can remember back when that I don't know, I gotta look at the property to see whether there was cars parked there before. He used to go up and go around and park up and back. I don't know if there's cars in a different position now or whatever's,
Well,
whatever the
take,
issue.
you know what, take it right up there and take a
Yeah.
look. I mean, that would be the best thing to do. Go up and take a look,
This is
Mike.
the first I've heard of it, so.
Well, this has been going on for more than 3 years.
Yeah.
Well, this situation here with survey and all that, it's the first I heard of it.
Right, well,
Right.
it just occurred 2 weeks ago. They completed the survey.
So what would you like to do? I mean, I'd like to schedule a visit so that we can all see what we can see. I mean, the drawing, of course, is very hard for
Yeah.
most people. So I'd like to take a visit,
Okay.
and when is a good time? Before this meeting, after this meeting?
We can't do it before this meeting.
I don't. Not enough daylight.
I mean, I'm around all afternoon. If we want to get together at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock,
On a Thursday afternoons?
yeah, I mean.
You have to post a meeting if the
Oh,
three
yeah,
is
yeah,
together.
Okay, oh, we can't do
And you
today.
need
Or you
24
can continue
hours.
this meeting, but I'm
Yeah.
leaving. You guys, I'm leaving.
No, that's fine. We understand you have obligations.
You can
So-
continue this meeting up there so you don't have to post a meeting.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, but
Okay,
Ron
so-
Briggs needs to be present. We need to
Yeah.
notify him.
Okay, so we can't do it today.
No, not today.
Okay.
So when is a good Thursday?
Any day is good.
So Donna, could you reach out to Ron Briggs and ask his availability Thursday afternoons?
I am gone. I won't be around the last week in July.
Okay.
So anytime next week, I'm open every day next week.
Okay. Is that all right, Donna?
So ask his
the week
availability
of the
or
19th.
ask for Thursdays.
For Thursday afternoons.
Okay, so that would be on
Okay,
the,
and Mike won't be present because he has a commitment Thursday afternoon, so.
the 22nd, if he's around on the 22nd.
Okay. All right.
Okay, on site, let me just change this.
And Kelly,
Site visit.
you should be there.
Well, I think you should also have someone else there too. I'm just
There will be.
recommendation.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you have to vote
Is
to
that-
have them there or not.
Getting Dylan's order?
I think it'd be worthwhile. I mean, it shows us in action, right? Doing our job.
A video camera, his cell phone will do the same thing.
If I could use my cell as long as someone shows me how to.
I don't know how long of a video you can take on your cell phone. That might be limited.
True,
Yeah.
True. We can talk after.
Okay.
Okay, on site visit to, so what's the address across the street?
The 29
30.
Gretchen, and I don't know the other.
30.
30, he's 30? Okay. Actually, it's not even to his, it's to
Oh.
the end of Gretchen.
Right.
End of Gretchen, okay.
Yeah, we're concerned with the district's road.
Gretchen, okay.
All right, now,
End of
I
Gretchen,
have
okay.
here on my agenda the Bristol Star Class 6 Rocks driveway permit. Do we have a status, any feedback?
Nothing's come back to the office.
Nothing's come back, but we did send that
Yeah.
letter.
That letter went out.
Okay.
The letter included not only the rocks being removed, but also
The
he has to have the driveway permit.
Okay.
Yep,
And we sent him everything that he needed to
Yeah.
fill it out.
yep, and it went out certified mail on Friday.
Thank you, Donna.
So it's been almost a week.
So I'm gonna make a motion to contact Primex. That's not the right one.
We don't have any
Yeah,
yet, right?
yeah, we did a.
Contact Primex